All, welcome to Programmer's World. Myself Harish. If you are first time watching the videos in our channel, then I will do a short intro of it. So this channel completely deals with learning programming languages simple and efficiently. So if you are here to learn various programming languages in simple and efficient way, do subscribe to our channel and watch the videos and enjoy it. So let's get into the video. So in this video, what we are going to take a look is we are going to take a look into the string data type in Python. So the string data type is one of the most commonly used data type when compared to other data types. It is used in every programming language. It's not that in this programming language the string data type is used very minimal. It is one of the data type where in every programming language it is used mostly. So one such data type is the string data type. So as I already said when I discussing about the data types video, I said we will be discussing in detail about some data types like list, string, tuple, set and all, because it contains vast number of concepts and it needs to be looked into detail. So like that we are going to see on each and every data type. So today we are going to see about the string data type. So what is a string basically? Basically a string is a sequence of characters enclosed within double quotes. In Python, a sequence of characters enclosed within a single or double quotes is known as string. Whereas in other programming languages like C++, Java and all, the sequence of characters enclosed within double quotes is only known as string. Whereas if it is enclosed with a single quote and a single character, then it is known as char data type. But in Python, the char data type is not available, so we have only string data type. So the syntax is simple: a single quote, Harish, and the double quotes Harish. So it accepts both string, single and double quotes, and everything will be of type string object only. And then we'll see how to define multi-line literals, string literals. When we want to define some multi-line string literals, how we can achieve is we can achieve it with the help of triple single quotes or triple double quotes. I'll just show a sample. I opened the Python interpreter. So here, what I will be doing is a equal to Harish. This is a normal string. When I want a multi-line string, then a equal to triple single quote or triple double quote. Harish is a programmer, and then ending on with the triple single quote. When I try to print a, it will be showing like /n/n. So it is a new line. So in this way we can do the multi-line literals operation with the help of triple single quotes or triple double quotes. And one more purpose for triple single quotes or triple double quotes is we can specify in our string when we want to specify some word with a single quote or double quote, and in that case we can use triple single quotes like a equal to single quote. Okay, Harish is a, I will put the word in programmer in single quotes, and then I am closing it on. So now if I try to print the value of a, it throws like Harish is a programmer. The word programmer is highlighted in this single quotes. So with this purpose also we can use triple single quotes or triple double quotes. So the triple single quotes and triple double quotes has two purposes. One is to define multi-line literals, and the other purpose is to define single quote or double quote inside a string. And then how to access the characters of a string. We can access the characters of a string basically by using two methodologies. One is the index, by using the index of the element, and the other one is using the slice operator. So we'll see one by one. So using index, Python supports both positive and negative index. So positive index means left to right and it is moving in the forward direction. Negative index means right to left and it is somewhat in the reverse backward direction. So the interpreter also I can show if I want to print the value of a of 0, it would be h a of -1 or -2. This is the value. Okay, a of -3, it would be printing as r. So this way, from it would start from -1, -2, -3, like that. Here it would be starting from 0. So the index starts from 0, the positive index, and the negative index starts from -1. So in this way we can do the positive and negative indexing. With the loop also we can get it with the programming. So I'll just open a notepad editor. So here what I would be doing is I would be declaring a string, or let me get a string input. I'll just declare it simply, or okay, I will get an input instead. Input, enter any string. So here I am going to get a string here, and then I am initializing a value I equal to 0, and then I am using a for loop for x in a. So for each element of a, that is for each character present in a, what I am going to do is I am going to print a statement where print the character present at positive index. I will be giving flower braces. I will tell why I am giving it, and negative index is, I'm closing it, dot format I comma want the next negative index, so I minus length of a. Then at last I want the character x. I'll be closing it. Okay. Then I will be incrementing the I value for each iteration. I plus equal to 1. Okay. So what I have done here is I have used a new function or format called as format. So what it will do is, so here inside the string, that in the print function inside the string, we have given some braces. Already we saw something like end keyword in Python in print statement inside, and also we saw the %3 %s format. Like that we can use the braces and we can do the format operation too. How we can do is, if you use %d %s means you will be specifying after double quotes, you will be specifying percentage, and then we will be specifying the necessary values. So when we are doing like this, then we need to use a function called as format. It is an inbuilt predefined function. So that format, what it will be doing is, the order of the values that we are specifying here, that would be taken here. What I mean to say is, the first flower bracket, this would be taking the value I, and the second flower bracket, this would be taking the value I minus length of a, and this x would be holding the value here. So why I have given like this is, let's see, first the iteration of I would be 0 in the first. So the first element, when it comes to the first element, so the index would be 0. So the positive index is 0. So I am printing the value of I. And for the same positive index 0, what is the negative index means? If you take a length of the string, suppose if you take this string HARA, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 to 5, and when you take the negative index -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So what I need is -6. So the character present at positive index 0 and negative index -6. So how I can get that -6 is, the value of I is 0, and the length of the character is, if you take a length of the character, what it would be coming is, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the length of the character is 6. So 0 minus 6, I will be getting the negative index -6. So that's why I have given that this, and the x is simply the character that we are going to print. And then I am incrementing the element of for each iteration. So I'll just save this code and run it. py test dot py. So enter any string Harish. So the character present at 0 and negative positive index 0 and negative index minus 6 is H. 1 and minus negative index minus 5 is A. So like this we get the desired output. So this is how we can access each and every element of a string with the help of index operation. One more approach is like we can use the slice operator. So the general syntax slice operator is S of begin index, end index, step. So we will be starting with the begin index and the end index and then step. Where begin index would be from where we have to consider the substring. That is, we need to start the string, and where the end index would be where we need to terminate the string. End index minus 1 it would be. If we give 0 to 5, it would be starting from 0 index to, it would be printing the value till 4. Step is the incremented value. If you want to increment in the two characters like that, I will show you how. One thing to be noted is, if you are not specifying the begin index, it will be considering from the beginning of the string. If you are not specifying the end of the end index, it will be specifying till the end of the string. So begin and end index are not mandatory. Even step is also not mandatory. I'll just show how to use the slice operator. So the interpreter, I'm having A. Okay, I'll just declare a simple statement. Harish is a programmer. So this is the string I am having. How I can use the slice operator is A of start index 0 colon, I want 0 to 7 I am giving, because I want Harish to be printed. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be space. Okay, so I will be giving 6. 0 to 6. If I give the value like this, what I will be getting? Harish. If I give A of 0, Harish is a programmer. The start would be starting from 0 and it would be just ending on. If I give A of 6, the value would be Harish. It would be starting from H, the 0 index, and it would be going on. So this is how we can do it. So if I give A of like this is also mandatory, allowed. So in this case it will be printing the entire string. So the start index and end index are not mandatory. And using the step value, how means A 0 to 6 I want, and with the increment of 2. So if I predict what could be the output is 0H or S. So H and incrementing to 2 values. So I will be getting R, and again incrementing to 2 values S. So if I try to get this output, so I am giving HRS. So the value that we specify here, the digit, those many indexes would be skipped on. So that index it will be. So 2 means from here 1, 2. So the index, the value at the second index will be printed. So like that, this is called an incrementing operation, and this is also not mandatory. So if you want to print the string in the reverse order, then simply we can give without any start index and index. If we give -1, if I get the output, I will be getting the string in the reverse order. If we specify start and end index, according to that we will be getting it. So this is about the step operation and start and begin and end index in the slice operator. So here I have given some of the theoretical notes on behavior of slice operator. So the step value can be either positive or negative. If positive, then it should be in forward direction, and we have to consider from begin to end -1. If it is a negative, means I said it will be in reverse direction. We have to consider from end +1, begin to end +1. So in the backward direction, end value is -1, the result is always empty. In the forward direction, if the end value is 0, the result is always empty. So what I'm trying to say here is, if I give A, I'm giving the end index of 0. So now what I will be getting? I will be getting an empty string, because at 0 if it is starting, so 0 minus 1 minus 1, so it will not get returned. If I give end index of minus 1, and then I'm going to use the step operator of minus 1, in this case also I will be getting empty operation, because n plus minus 1 plus 1 would be 0. So 0, and it will be decrementing on. So this is what I wanted to say. So I have given the default values also. In forward direction, the default value for begin would be 0, and for the end it would be the length of the string, and the value of the default value of step count would be plus 1. In the backward direction, the default value for begin would be minus 1, and the end would be minus of length of string plus 1. And then we can also do the mathematical operators for string. We already discussed about the mathematical operators plus and star. So the plus operator works as for concatenation, and the star operator would be working for the repetition. So with this operator we can use the plus and star to perform string operations. When you are using plus operator, both the arguments should be string only, and when you are using string operator, one argument should be of integer type. So I'll just show some sample. So okay, so I'll just declare a simple string a equal to Harish. What I will be doing is a plus program. It would print the output Harish program. A plus 5 can only concatenate string to string, not int. So it would be throwing error. Star operation, a into program. This will be throwing error. Can't multiply sequence by non-int of type a string. A into 5. Sorry, I didn't delete it. So this would be printing the value 5 times. It will be multiplying the operation. So this is about the mathematical operators in the string. And then the length inbuilt function. We can use this length inbuilt function to find the number of characters present in the string. So it's simple. So the length function works like length of a. So it would be 6. So the length would be starting the count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So but the index would be starting from 0. So it will be printing how many characters are present. That is the length of that is the purpose of this length inbuilt function. Okay, now I made a simple example to work on. So write a program to access each character of a string in forward and backward direction using while loop. So accessing each character using for loop, I showed it. So using while loop, how we can do it, that also I will be showing. So I will be opening the editor. I will be getting an input from the string. This is while loop I want. So initially the I value would be 0, and I also want the length of the string. So n equal to length of a. So I will be getting the length of the a, and then while. So first let me print in forward direction. So print forward direction. So while I is less than n. So obviously the length of n would be 6. So 0 to 6, when we incrementing the value of I, and when it comes to 6, if it will be failing, because in the 6th index the character would not be present, I guess. So I'll just show how. Why I am giving I less than n means print the character at index. I'll use the format function is, and then what I'll be doing, dot format. So the first value what I want is I value, and the next value what I will be wanting is the value present in it. So S of I, sorry, A of I. So A of I. So this is how I want the value. So this is in forward direction. So, and then I will be incrementing the value of I plus equal to 1. So when the first iteration comes, the value of I will be 0, and in the index 0 there will be some character present. If suppose Harish if I am giving, so the length of Harish should be 6. So the length of Harish is 6. Suppose if I am giving here, simply I am showing it here. So length of Harish is 6. So n is 6. So the value of n is 6. First iteration 0. So 0 less than 6, it is true. So the index 0, what would be present? H should be present. And then when the iteration repeats on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it comes to 5. 5 less than 6, it prints the last value. And then when increments on 6, when A is equal to 6 less than or equal to length of the string, that is 6. Yes, it's true. And in this case, when I try to print it, I'll be getting an error called as index out of bound error. So that's why I'm not using the equal to operator. So this is to print in forward direction. When I want to print the value in backward direction, so what I will be doing is I equal to, or else for class, even if I declare I equal to -1 here, it will be considering after performing these operations, the value of I will be assigned as -1. So I equal to, I am giving us -1, and I want the printed in backward direction. So backward direction. So what I can do, while I greater than or equal to n. Okay, let's see whether we need to go with n. So what I will be having the string is Harish. So this would be the string. So I have given my equal to -1. So first value -1 would be coming. So the -1 index would be H, and then I need to increment. So what I can do is here I equal to the value of I is -1. I -1. So -1 would be -2. So we can get the character of yes. Okay, and then -3 like that, -4, -5, and then -6. So -6 we want. So here the value is n. N would be 6. So I'll just assign simply the minus character. I greater than or equal to -6. So when I is greater than or equal to -6, till -6 it will be coming. That's why if I give greater than, this character will be skipped on. So 6, the index at -6 will not be coming. So for that only I greater than or equal to -n I have given. So and then I will be printing the character, and I will be saying this code, and let me execute it. So I get, okay, sorry, I missed a colon there. Say this again and run it. Enter any string. So Harish I am giving in forward direction 0 is H, 1, 2, 3. So we get it in forward direction, and the same we get it in backward direction also. So in this way, with using while loop, we can achieve the accessing each character in forward or backward direction. This one we are having another approach also. We can achieve it through what I can say using for loop also. How means I'll just remove this. Okay, for forward direction I will keep this. I will just remove the while condition, and then I'll just remove this for I and all also. I don't need the length function also. So how I'll be doing is, for I in A, print A I. So this would be simply printing the index actually. If you want with the index value, then what I would be doing again, the character at index is dot format A of I comma. So I will be getting A of. Okay, so here I cannot get the index. To get the index, I need to specify another value x. So like that, and then I need to increment. I will be giving x equal to 0, x plus equal to 1. Sorry. A of x, and then what I wanting is the value I to be printed. This is for forward direction. So when so we can achieve this in forward direction with this case also, or else there is another way also. So I'll just save and show it for forward direction first. So we can see the character at index h. So okay, sorry, I thought, okay, I'm printing A of x, sorry. So I want the x value only to be printed. The character at index 0 is h, so we get it in the forward direction. So if you want it in, have it in a reverse direction, means what we can do is, so this forward direction, before that, this forward direction we can achieve it in other ways also. How means, for I in, we can use the slice operator, just simply denoting like this, or okay, like this also. If I denote, I'll just show it, Harish, it will be getting the output. And if I give like this also, it would be showing the same output. So no changes. Okay. So now to print in reverse direction, what we will be doing is, I'll just do the same operation. So here I will be declaring x equal to -1 backward direction, the character at index, and then I will be decrementing. So x -1 would be -2. So for I in, how I can get is using this step count, that is -1. So when I do like that, so I get Harish, and I get it in reverse order also. So this way we can achieve the conditional, that is the forward and reverse direction, printing of the characters in forward and reverse direction with the help of for and while loop. Now when one more sample that I want to show is, if I want to print these characters in a single line itself, that is Harish, and then in reverse order, when I want to print it in forward direction and reverse direction in a single line, that also we can achieve it in using loop. I'll simply show for loop alone. So in forward direction, how I can go is, I'd be just, for each iteration, I'd be printing A of I. So for each iteration, okay, sorry, so I can just print I itself. So I So if I just print I, what would happen? It would be moving on. It would be moving on in the sense, what I mean is, it would be moving on to the next element, and the next element would be printed in new line, because as I said, the default value of end would be new line character. So to avoid that, I would be just giving a empty space. So let me save this code. For backward also I can do like this itself. And this checks and all is not required. I'll run the code. Forward direction Harish. Okay, sorry, we didn't specify it. Let me print a statement here. After finishing of for loop, I'll be just entering a simple print statement, because it will be in the same line only. So on printing an empty statement, it will be moving on to the new line. So I'll say the code Harish. So forward direction Harish and backward direction. In this way we can print the string of characters in forward or reverse direction. So this is some sample program which I needed to show. And then next what we are going to take a look is checking the membership. Regarding checking the membership, we can check using the in operator. So using the in operator, in keyword, we can check whether the particular thing is present in the specified string or not. A particular character is present in the, or a particular word is present in a given string or not, with the help of in operator. Okay. So we can check whether a character or string is the member of another string or not by using in and not in operators. We can use not in if we want to check whether this character is not in. So it would be returning true and false. So I'll just open the interpreter and show quickly. So A equal to Harish I'm having. I didn't specify. Okay. So H in A, it's true. Z in A, it's false. Z not in A, that is true. So the not in will check whether this character is not in the given specified string. Then it will be returning true. Or else if it is present, then it will be returning false. In the case of in operator, if the character is present in the given string, then it will be returning true. If the character is not present in the given string, it will be returning false. Not only character, string also. So A equal to Harish is a programmer. So now what I am doing is Python in A, false. Python not in A, that is true. So this is about checking the membership operators, checking the membership whether the particular string or character is present inside the given string or not. And then the next one which we are going to look is the comparison of strings. So we can, for comparison, we can use the greater than or equal to these comparison operators and equality operators also. So the comparison basically happens in Python based on the Unicode value. So here I have given some sample, and for these alphabets I have given the Unicode values also. So how the comparison works is I will show some scenarios. So here what I am having a string John, John, and I am having the same string only John, but here the J is in lowercase and here the J is in uppercase. When we take a look, the uppercase value of J is 0x0004A, whereas the lower value is 06A. The lowercase value J has higher value than the uppercase value J. So in this case, it is not equal to actually. So John equal to John, it is false. So comparison is case sensitive. John less than or equal to John, it is true because the uppercase value of J is the Unicode value of this capital J is lesser than the Unicode value of this small j. What Python would be doing is, it would be comparing the first character. If the first character both are same, that is the Unicode values of both the characters are same, then only it would be moving on to the next character. If the first character itself there is some difference, then in that case what would be doing is, it would be just returning as false. So in this case, if you take a look, the OHN, here also OHN is small and only, but the first character J is in caps and the first character J here is in small. So when the first character Unicode value comparison gets failed itself, then it would be returning false. It would not be comparing the remaining part of the string. Not only for first character, if it occurs in the third character, after that the remaining characters, that is the 4, 5, those characters will not be compared at all. So that is how Python does the comparison, the Python virtual machine. So this scenario will be true. J has smaller Unicode value than J. And then I am giving another character DOE greater than or equal to John, JOHN. So how this comparison not be comparing with the length of the string. Why it is false is, D, the smaller value of D, has a Unicode value lesser than the smaller value of J. It is 64 only, whereas for J it is 68. So D has a smaller Unicode value than J. So that is why it is returning as false. So it will not be the Python will never be comparing with the length of the string. It will be comparing with the Unicode value of the string only. And then here, though less than John. So how it will be comparing is, the capital value of D is 44, here is 44A. So it is true. And then the next, D has a smaller Unicode value than J. So since it is smaller than the value, so what I mean to say is 0044, 4A. Both are not equal at all. So since both are not equal, so it is lesser than. So whether we have specified lesser than, yes. So since we have specified lesser than, so it is true. So this is how the comparison of string would be happening in Python. Okay, let's move on to the next one, removing the spaces from the string. There are three inbuilt functions in Python: rstrip, lstrip and strip. So with the help of these functions, we can remove the spaces. By using rstrip, we can remove the spaces at right hand side. By using lstrip, we can remove the spaces from the left hand side. Using strip function, we can remove the spaces from both the sides. So I'll just how to do. So okay, A equal to Harish. So I am giving these many spaces in right hand side. Let me give these many spaces in left hand side also. To print A, it would be printing like that. Now A dot rstrip. So this is how you will be using. So now if you see, the right hand spaces are removed. The value of A would be same only, but using the rstrip, we can remove the spaces. If I use A dot lstrip, the left hand spaces should be removed. If I use A dot strip, both the spaces should be removed. So with this, what we can do is, we can remove the trailing and ending spaces in a string with the help of these inbuilt functions. So we are also having some other concepts to look on regarding substrings, and we need to look into some sample programs also working on with the string data type. So those and all we will be seeing in the upcoming videos. So we will end up this video with these concepts. I hope you would have liked this video. Please subscribe to our channel and do watch our videos regularly and keep supporting us. Thank you.